Hi, and welcome. If you're new here, my name's Jen, and I'm an imperfect homemaker living in a small home in the northernmost part of Maine. Today's video is just a real-time look at me cleaning up the kitchen. Nothing fancy, not heavily edited, just a quiet, steady session to give you some cleaning motivation. I only moved the camera a few times, so what you're seeing is pretty much exactly how it happened. If you're looking for someone or something to keep you company while you're tidying up, or you just need a little push to get started, I hope this helps. So grab what you need to do and let's clean together. This video features real-time homemaking. The only thing I do is mute the chatter so I'm not sharing private conversations. You'll still hear the clatter and the hum of home, just without all the family commentary, because, well, we don't always come with a filter. So, how has your week been going? I always love hearing what's been good in your world. What's been the best part of your week so far? Big or small, share it with me in the comments. I really do enjoy reading what's going on in your lives. Not only did I manage to get the kitchen clean today, I made my way up into Bella's room and all the little things that, a little girl tends to miss in the corners and under the desk and all the little bits and pieces and so forth. I ended up getting up off her floors and cleaning up and throwing away and vacuumed the rug, made her bed, cleaned off her desk for her, wiped it down. And she's over at her auntie's, so she'll be surprised when she comes home because it's not very often anymore that I even go in her room to clean it. I usually leave it up to her, and she does a fairly good job. It just needed that touch from a grown person today to give it that little bit of an extra polish off. Later on in this video, would you believe I am finally going to get my new pan set out? It has been a minute since I got it, and my son keeps asking me, when are you going to get that out? How come it's still in the box? And I keep telling him, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later on. It just doesn't get done. So today I decided that I was just gonna do it, get it over with, get all the pans washed and put away, and put the other ones in a tote so that I could give them to my daughter, along with the Keurig that I had, because I actually picked up a new one today. Well, Greg and Bella did, because they were clearanced, and I figured that I would get one of the slim ones that it would fit better on my coffee bar. Though I will tell you, how long it is front to back was a little bit surprising to me, but I think I'll get used to it. You can't clean the kitchen without a good stove clean-off session, right? For the life of me, I cannot remember if Lulu shows up in this video. But if she shows up in the section of the video after I get my new Keurig out, you will notice that her back leg is wrapped. She jumped off my couch the other day, and we tried to prevent her from doing this, but she oftentimes will just decide to do it when nobody's expecting it. And I generally try to remember to just take her off the couch if I'm leaving the room, but she must have jumped off, landed wrong, and hurt her back, either her paw or her leg. I can move her leg all around, and it doesn't seem like she shows any pain whatsoever. I checked her paw. There's nothing in or on it. Her nails aren't long. So I think maybe she just has a slight sprain, and I wrapped it up, and we're gonna just give it a few days, and if she's not any better, we're gonna take her to the vet. But she does not seem to be in any pain other than the fact she's not walking on her foot. So I'm not real sure, but for now we have it wrapped up, and we're gonna let it be. And she is starting to put a little bit more pressure on it, so hopefully that's a good sign. I have to tell you, I am still loving the window spray from the Dollar Tree. It's a foaming spray in the pink container that you see on the counter. It smells like grapefruit. It's really good. And although I'm not a huge fan of all their cleaning products, that is one product that I really like. And in speaking about Dollar Tree products, has anybody noticed that they have seemed to have done away with the scent boosters that came in the big tall blue bottles with I think the caps were white, and they were actually like Downy scent beads or Gain scent beads. They were name brand inside a generic looking container. They no longer seem to sell those, and I am so bummed. I know a lot of people don't put stuff like that in their laundry, and that's fine. I did like them to use them here and there just as a scent booster. I do use dryer sheets and fabric softener too, which a lot of people don't like either. So, but to each their own. And there is Mr. Max, who's decided to make his entrance into the kitchen. Oh, and there he goes. So this morning he jumped up and grabbed onto the mirror that's on the wall that goes into my living room and was hanging off it. And then later on today, he got a hold of the deck of cards and chewed 3 or 4 cards up, spit them all over the floor, and ran away. So he pretty much ate a deck of cards because now they're no good. And here I am with the new Keurig. I am opening it up, and the look on my face probably says, what is the deal with this being so long? But I do like the way it looks. I just didn't expect it to be so long front to back. So here it is, 8:16 at night, and I'm doing this voiceover, and I think to myself, oh, I'm going to try out the new Keurig. I'm going to make a cup of coffee. So I get out there, I turn it on, I run a cup of water through it just to kind of clean the system out, and I go to put the coffee pot in, and I realize something. It's 8:16 at night, and if I have this coffee now, I will go to sleep by maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. So, no coffee. I am so bummed, and I will be glad when morning hits so I can have another cup of coffee and try my new Keurig out. Do any of you try to avoid caffeine or just try to avoid it at night? This is something very new for me. I have never really needed to avoid caffeine like I do now. I had a super, super high tolerance to it, and now that tolerance seems to have gone straight out the window. I get asked in almost every video that shows my office what the belts are that are on the wall and if my husband was or ever a wrestler. And the answer to that is that no, he is just a huge WWE fan. And when we were married, he so badly wanted a championship belt like his favorite wrestler had. And he was going to have one made because at that point you could not buy them. And it was going to cost somewhere in the it was somewhere right around $600 to $800 to have one made. And when we moved here and came into a little bit of money, he wanted to order some, and I told him to go crazy and order all the ones he wanted. And that's exactly what he did. And he truly enjoys them, so I do not mind them taking up the wall space. And out come my new pans, pots and pans. These are Pioneer Woman, and they are a classic Pioneer Woman set. And I will link them in the description below if you are interested in them. The first pan, this is a cover, but the next pan that you see me pull out, literally, I was laughing. I showed it to Bella, and she immediately said, "Oh, it's for making eggs." And I'm thinking to myself, do they see me? I don't make eggs in pans this size. It legitimately looks like a pan for a kitchen set for a child. And I'm pretty sure if you can read lips, you can tell that I dropped a swear or two. Bella, of course, had to take the pan immediately to show it to her auntie. Now, with all that said, I do really like this pan set, minus the little teeny tiny pan that I really don't know what I will ever do with, but I suppose I'll hold on to it in case I have a need for a teeny tiny doll-sized pan. And I am pretty sure between the steam cleaner that I bought this week and the pan set, the trash guy is going to absolutely hate me. And in the kitchen comes Hop Along Cassidy. No idea what she did. The only thing we can figure is that she must have jumped off the couch, which the reality is a small dog like her should not be jumping off the couch. And we have tried things such as putting, something on, just below the couch that would bring the jump down to way less, and she will avoid it like the plague. So the only thing that we can think of is to simply keep her off the couch, but that would break her heart. So unless we can teach her to use a ramp or some stairs and get her to do it on the regular, then I don't know what to do about her jumping off the couch, besides keeping her on the floor. And if you have a small dog that uses stairs or a ramp to get off furniture, how did you train them to use them? Because I am telling you, she is petrified. She will not go up or down my stairs in my house. I'm surprised that she even tries to jump off the couch. And I don't know why it's more scary to go downstairs or a ramp than anything else. So even a big platform, we tried a big platform with her to jump down on, and she was scared to death of that too. Oh, it's sweeping time. Everybody gather around and try to eat whatever Mom sweeps up off the floor real quick. I was thinking that I was going to put my regular coffee maker back on the coffee bar with the Keurig, but I am thinking that for the summer I'm going to put my ice maker up there so that if anybody wants, they can have iced coffee. Anybody being me. And preferably during the day. How do you prefer your coffee? Iced or cold or some other way, or you just don't prefer coffee at all? Time to get my clutter area cleaned off by first off getting some of these rugs put down. I was going to put this over here, but changed my mind about it. Just it doesn't seem to fit in with the stuff in my kitchen for whatever reason. I don't know why I feel that way, but it just is odd to me. It also is having an issue now that I bent it laying flat. But I ended up using my Pioneer Woman rug and two of my anti-fatigue mats. And in front of the washer and dryer, you'll see that I put one of my other longer runners. It is high time this refrigerator and stove faces get wiped down. They were a mess. I don't know why it is so hard for everybody to just touch the handles. I don't know how stuff gets all over the bottom of the refrigerator and stove, but I don't know. But I'm going to wipe them up and get them sparkling clean again. And I'm sure you're all wondering if I've forgotten. Yes, I do have the stuff still for my backsplash. I do still have the new paint, but the hubby does want to get the bathroom and the living room done before we move on to a kitchen project which requires everything to be moved around and fussed with. And I sort of agree with that. I want to get the living room straightened away and the bathroom, not that I have to do anything to the bathroom, thankfully, but just all the ins and outs and everything else. And I'm trying to figure out, because I don't want to leave a bunch of strangers in my house, what we are going to do about a bathroom for the 2 days that they're tearing our bathroom apart. Does anybody have any ideas for me on what to do? I even told the hubby that maybe we should have a porta potty brought in. And as much as I laugh about that, it's probably the only thing for those 2 days that makes any sense. And yes, all this stuff, this crap, is from the top of my refrigerator. And it has been a long time coming that it needs to be cleaned off. So that is just what I'm doing. I took everything down and I am putting the stuff in the Lazy Susan that belongs to Trevor and putting things in the freezer that probably should have been there anyway before it goes bad and I end up having to toss it in the trash. Someone mentioned about the problem that I have with the food under this cabinet, the one I'm standing in front of, being too dark, and losing things in the back. I think part of the problem too is that the cabinets are just really too small for the amount of stuff that we have. They said to put puck lights in there, and that is a great idea, and it's perfect for a darker space like that you're just using here and there. But in all honesty, I really think that I need to move it over into a bigger cabinet. And what you see me doing here is I am going to be putting stuff into the pink tote that I'm going to give to my daughter. Like I said, I got the new Keurig today, so I'm giving her my old one, and I'm giving her the rest of the pans that I promised her, along with a few other things that I have for them. Although she can't have my tote. You hear that, Chelsea? You are not having the pink tote. It's mine. So I will find something else to put them in. But until they leave my house, I'm going to keep them in this tote so it all stays together. I'm not sure if I ever told you guys this, but the big stock pot that I'm putting away right now is a gift that I got from Trevor one Christmas, and I absolutely cherish and adore it. And now to get all these pots and pans washed, including my little doll pan. I can't get over how tiny that pan is. It's ridiculous. Does anyone have a pan like that, and do you actually use it? And if you do, is it for eggs? I've seen little tiny pans at the store before that were for eggs. I've just never seen one like that included with a pan set. you can't see, but if you remember, my dishwasher is on the other side of the room, and what I am doing is simply unloading my dishwasher into the cabinets so that I can load it back up again. So tell me, what do you guys think of this style of video? Do you like it with less editing like this? Because my plan is every Thursday to have a real-time video like this with very minimal editing. The only thing I edit on these videos is like if I walk out of the room and I'm gone for 5 minutes, obviously I don't want you to just stare at my kitchen for 5 minutes. So I do take that clip out. And I do take out, like I said at the beginning of the video for, my family's privacy, the chit chat and whatever everybody's saying, because sometimes we don't have a filter and things might slip through that shouldn't slip through or whatever. And, privacy, 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 right? Coming from a woman that, puts her life on the internet. But you do have to maintain some sort of privacy. So for my family's sake, I will edit out their chitter chat and everybody will be happy. Though I will tell you, some of this stuff is super funny. If I do say so myself. We're crazy. All right, my friend, that's it for today. I hope this gave you a little motivation or just felt like a little bit of company while you were getting things done. And hey, did you notice my little visitor in the middle of the video there? That was my grandson, Weston. He was just having some fun playing with the pan lids like little toddlers do. My daughter-in-law was visiting and ran in to scoop him up, and then Bella came in to wrangle him out of the kitchen again. It was just one of those sweet everyday moments that happen around here. Just a little reminder that life doesn't have to be perfect. It's all about doing what we can when we can. I love you all so much, and as always, happy cleaning, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.